a tough fighter on her hands. While this is happening, Sabine steals the map, takes it back to her place, and she cracks the puzzle pretty easily. I mean, in the show, it seems as if maybe it took her a while. It shows her walking around, stressing out or whatever, trying to figure it out. But they didn't actually have to go and find a key like a mission, like how it would be in a video game or something. So they go, and once she deciphers the map, she goes outside, and it shows a pathway between the galaxies. And she goes outside, I guess, to look up at the stars, and that is when she's attacked by two assassin droids. She is able to like knock one out, knock one down. And I was wondering, I was like, she must have some good gloves on. She's punching these droids. She's not feeling a thing. you know, just punching like at a regular fight, your knuckles will be hurting after a while. She's punching these droids. She doesn't feel a thing, but And so she takes one out, and then she's calling for backup. The other droid is able to get the map from her, and she's chasing after him. She calls Hurang for backup. Ahsoka rushes over. She's flying. She's got a ways to fly over there. During this time, she goes and she grabs her lightsaber that she got from Ezra, and she goes after the droid. That's when she meets Shin Hati, and they get into a lightsaber duel. It's a pretty good duel, I wouldn't say she holds her own. She survives. She did better than I expected, but it's not like, she's an expert with a lightsaber. She hasn't been training in years, although she's had the lightsaber for years now. She hasn't been training in years, and she's definitely no expert. Shin definitely has the upper hand the entire time. And then right when Ahsoka's like maybe like 100, 200 yards away, landing the ship, Shin gets the upper hand, stabs her through the abdomen, and runs off. Shin is able to escape, and that is where episode 1 ends. So, I would say it was a good episode overall. The only thing I didn't really like was how Sabine was acting in the beginning, but I understand she's still supposed to be young. I don't know her age at this point in time. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen Rebels, and I'm not really sure how much time is supposed to have passed since then. But besides that, I liked everything. I would give the episode, I would say in general, it's a 7. If you're a fan of Star Wars, you've been waiting to see what happens after Rebels, and you've been waiting to see characters like Sabine and Hera again, then I would give it an 8 for the fanfare, and check my notes, see if anything I missed. Or the Loft Cat looks good in live action. I like how they did that. Like I said, I liked how they modeled all of the characters. And yeah, besides that, that's pretty much wraps up episode 1 and my review of episode 1. Now on episode 2. Also, episode 1 was called Master and Apprentice. Now we're on episode 2. I didn't write down the episode name. I believe it was Toil and Trouble. This is where I noted I like Sabine's hair. And I don't know, I like the tri-color design they had going on. I thought the episode begins with Sabine in the hospital. She's recovering from her injuries. Ahsoka is there. She immediately wakes up and she's talking about the map, and she's like, Ahsoka's like, oh, don't worry about that, you're injured and stuff. But she lets Ahsoka know that she had deciphered it, which is you could tell she was a bit frustrated with that, because now they have a completely deciphered map. I believe Hera was there in the hospital also. I thought when her and Hera met again, it would be more of an emotional meeting. They didn't really You know, they didn't really say much like how you been, but I guess there's more pressing matters at hand. Noted how the it seems Morgan Elizabeth, she was continued to be active even though New Republic supposed to be getting rid of all the people in the Empire and stuff like that. It's just another example of their incompetence that we've seen in other shows like Andor and stuff like that. You see, the New Republic is really not aware of what is going on. They don't seem too concerned. Prisoners are getting freed, left and right. Um, so when Balin Skull and Shenati, Morgan Elizabeth, they take the map to another shrine that was I don't think this she says it was built by an ancient race from another galaxy, so I don't believe that the Night Sisters built this one. However, they decipher the star map appears all around them once she is able to open it, and there we see the two galaxies in a much larger form than what we saw in Ahsoka's bedroom, and uh, Balin refers to the pathway as the Path of Peridia, I believe he says, that was talked about by Jedi children, old stories or fairy tales or whatever. Morgan